Tire. Hey, happy Friday, everyone. It's August 21st, 2026. I'm Rich Tola, and that's what's cooking for today. Yeah, we're going to give you some tips on how to lose that extra weight. Spoke with a guy yesterday who just started watching this show. I guess this is geared more towards men who seem to get that sort of spare tire, the ring around the middle as we get older. Got to do something about that. Ladies, you get it in other places, right? Typically under the arms, in the butt there. But we're gonna talk about that today. That's all we're gonna talk about on the heels of show the other day. Embrace a fat burning mindset. All right, but first the ABCs: all body workout, blissful sleep, colorful diet. Guys, this is a bad one today. I'm only getting two checks. Two checks. All right. So, didn't sleep well. Not at all. So, was tired, woke up in pain. So, in terms of the all body workout, right? All body workout, blissful sleep, colorful diet. All right. I squeaked through the workout, barely got through it. 2%, 30 minutes. That's it. I said, I need to stay here, power through. Wasn't feeling it. So, but I'm getting a check on a workout. So, half a check on the sleep, full check on the workout. And today, we're going to talk about this: delete with exceptions, DWE. Well, the exception today was I went for the comfort food, fast food. So I'm getting half a check on that because the rest of the day I will eat light. So only two checks: half a check on the diet. Again, went to my favorite fast food, got half a check on the sleep, didn't sleep well, got the full check on the workout. Oh, man, let me tell you, it's tricky sometimes, but let's do this. Let's give you a couple of fun facts today. Number one, happy birthday, Hawaii. Yeah, 1959, Hawaii became the 50th state of the United States. That's 67 years ago. That's it. Can you believe it? I spent 3 months in Honolulu. Yeah, I had a really great time there. Kapiolani Community College. I was right across the street, but Diamond Head, used to go to Cocoa Head. I used to love running those volcanoes. But anyway, number two, check this out. Are you one of these? Social media, the average American, it's unbelievable, spends 170 minutes a day on social media apps. Guys, that's 12% of your day. Now, if you're between the ages of 17 and 25, they say it's 246 minutes. That's 17%. Hey, if you're older than 45, like I am, you spend 126 minutes. That's 9%. Okay. So if I'm spending 9% a day on social media, I could spend 3% a day on the physical body. Got to do it. Hey, if you're spending 17% a day, what's another 3%? Got to do that. That's crucial. I believe that. It's a lot of time on the social media apps. All right. And finally, here's the third fun fact of the day. I'm going to give a shout out to the Benjamin Harrison presidential site. Everybody at that site. I went yesterday for his birthday. Happy anniversary to our 23rd president. Man, it was the most amazing history lesson. Imagine going through this 10,000 square foot mansion that he lived. He worked out of there. He was an attorney here in Indianapolis prior to becoming the president of the United States. And it's got a lot of history. His great grandfather signed the Declaration of Independence, Benjamin Harrison V. Then his grandfather was president for 31 days, right? We know that. Benjamin Harrison, he did a 2-hour speech on the inauguration in the freezing rain without a jacket or a hat. And he got pneumonia. He died 31 days. He never actually moved into the White House. But Benjamin Harrison was our most progressive president. So I had a great time. There were these people. He was there, his wife, the cook, the butler. It was like they were all reenacting in this home. It was amazing. I had a great time. So shout out to them. Yeah, go look it up. I had a blast on that. Now, talk about learning. Imagine if we could take children hands-on learning. That's why I love museums. When I was a kid, the Trenton Museum, they had a planetarium there. I love museums. Smithsonian in D.C. is always the best. And hey, go to Texas. The Ross Perot Science Center is another amazing learning, because when you're learning, you're feeling it. Hey, just looking at the furniture. Everything was original. His furniture, the phone on the wall, they stayed in character. When I whipped out my phone, he's like, "What's that?" The butler, I said, it's the same thing as that telephone on the wall with no wires. He's like, it was pretty cool. But hey, shout out to them over at the Benjamin Harrison presidential site. What are we talking about today, guys? We're talking about healthy habits, how to lose that pesky spare tire. All right, let me give you this story here. This happened yesterday. True story. Here's a guy, 45 years old, who just started watching this show. He says to me, "Hey, Rich, I'm having a tough time with the ABCs." I said, "Why is that?" He said, "Well, he's some tough time getting the 3 checks like you a lot. How do I fix the colorful diet?" I said, "All right, well, let's start with the all body workout." He goes, "No, no, no. I've been working out." And he said, "I haven't really done any. I was an athlete." He said 20 years ago, he said, "But the last 4 years, 5 years," he said, "I've been kind of putting on weight. I got this tire ring around the middle. What do I do? Things are changing." I say, "Hey, well, wait till you get to 60. Things change again." So I said, "Here's what we do. We got to tighten that diet up." So he's like, "Yeah, I'm working out even as a trainer." He said he sleeps well. He works on that. I go, "So here's what we do. Let's talk about the colorful diet." All right. I'm calling this DWE, delete with exceptions. You could either have a weekly exception or a monthly exception. For me, fast food, I do it once a week. Hey, what can I say? 6 days a week, I'm nailing it with the colorful diet. That seventh day, that's my treat. I typically do it on the weekend, but today I was feeling it, so I went. That's a weekly exception. A monthly exception for me is cookies or fake beer. I drink that non alcoholic beer sometimes, but I only do it once a month. So if I do buy cookies, I know I'm going to eat the whole bag in 2 days. So again, once a month for the bag. If I get Oreos, I'll get Fig Newtons. That bag doesn't last long, but that's okay. It's once a month. All right. So I said to him, "What are your vices when it comes to food?" That's the key. What are you jonesing for? He goes, "Well, I'll be honest with you." He said, "First of all," he said, "I'm drinking, 4 or 5 times a week, every night, well, not every night, but he's like 4 or 5 times, which is every night." He said, "I'm having 3, 4 beers, but," he said, "I eat the mixed nuts." He goes, "I'm crazy about these mixed nuts. So I'm thinking the nuts, I'm getting protein." I'm like, wrong. I said, "We got to change that." I said, "First of all, if you're going to be eating nuts, walnuts and almonds are the best, I think, best for you. I go with the roasted peanuts. If you're doing it, a handful here or there. But if this is something that's like a vice food, all right, you know what I'm talking about. If you're a person that has dessert every day, again, I used to be the cookie monster. I could eat cookies every single day. I could eat half a bag of cookies. Stella Doro is one of my favorites as well. But what do? You have to delete it. You got to give an exception. All right. Alcohol, let's start with that. Again, you know how I feel about that. That's poison. It's not necessary. It's wasted calories. Goes right to that spare tire. But hey, I'm not saying don't. I mean, hey, I don't think anybody should drink. But if you're doing it, that's fine. Can you do it once a week? Is it possible? Can you drink once? I don't care if you have 8, 10 beers. If you want to get drunk, eat all the peanuts you want. But once a week, that's it. You can't do it 5, 6 days a week. I said, you're going backward. You can't go forward. It's not going to work. If it's the dessert, it's the same thing. Treat yourself once a week. Hey, if you could do once a month, but again, pick your spots, but delete with exceptions, DWE. Hey, if you could delete it altogether, that's wonderful. Soda, if you're drinking soda, well, again, once a week. Coffee, tea, we talked about that in the last show. Go watch that show. Embrace a fat burning workout from my book, How to Drink from the Fountain of Youth. By the way, guys, I posted a picture of me standing there with Benjamin Harrison in his library on Instagram. Go take a look. I mean, no bullshit. I'm a 63-year-old guy, but you got to be vigilant with yourself. You got to be vigilant, and you can't be loosey-goosey with this DWE, delete with exceptions. I said, it's not that easy. It's never that easy. I said, but it gets more challenging as you get older. So you got to nip it in the bud. So that's it. It's real simple. Stick with the workout, get the blissful sleep. But if you got these bad habits with food, French fries, forget about it. That should be once a month. Yeah, of course, they taste good, but Steak for me, I mean, I'm a big fish person, right? I eat a lot of sardines, a lot of salmon on a weekly basis. I eat the protein bread, so I'm not really into all the other kinds of bread, but you got to modify. Again, modify, make the adjustment. Hey, in my book, Simply Between Millions from Wall Street to Hollywood, I talk about that with an actor has a director that's giving him, right? It's helping them make the adjustment, but you got to self-correct. That's what I call it. That's that chapter. You need to personally self-correct to delete that spare tire. All right, guys. So I want to talk about staying healthy, living healthy. It's all about your self-care. Let's wrap it up with the 3 Tola takeaways. It's going to be a beautiful day here in Indianapolis. Number 1, you got to respect the ABCs always. Number 2, pick up the phone, go see somebody. It's about valuing your community. Do it. Help somebody, spread positive, and give them some advice. Say, hey, you worrying about the pesky weight? Delete, get rid of it. And finally, always be willing to accept another person's opinion. You think differently than me? That's great. Good for you. I'm not going to judge you or criticize you. No joy stealer here. Guys, have an awesome Friday. Have an awesome weekend. As always, get your workout in. Peace.